When it comes to the main aspect, it's not the salary. So, as I said, you can become a research scientist, a fitness manager, sports scientist, sports physiotherapist, a trainer, performance analyst, psychologist, exercise physiologist. So, we have lots and lots of field of sports sciences. When it comes to salary and growth, exercise physiologists are predicted to have they have a growth potential of 150%. Same like sports nutritionist has 145% of growth potential. Performance analyst has a 150% of growth potential. A psychologist almost 120 to 130%. Fitness managers or the sports management guys, almost 200% of growth potential is expected or predicted. And you see the market demand for sports science is very, very, very huge. There is high demand in metropolitan cities exclusively. There is a growing opportunities in corporate wellnesses, increased focus on preventive health care, rising popularity among professional sports and individual athletes can even hire you, and government initiatives are plenty. Now, when you see the government budget, we're linking back to that 130 billion slide where I mentioned government has allocated some 3,794 crore exclusively on the national sporting budget, out of which 1,000 crores has been allocated to Khelo India program. Sports Authority of India, 830 crores, and other sporting bodies, the remaining. So this is just the sports budget allocation for the 2025-2026 current year. Emerging opportunities in sports science is technology integration, where artificial intelligence, virtual reality, wearable technologies are getting lots of attention these days, especially the wearable technology and artificial intelligence. There is a demand for corporate wellness and fitness programs. Esports, where the e-gaming or the internet gaming is a very new field that is focusing on growth potential, and sports science is inclusive of it. And telemedicine in sports, where there is a remote monitoring and consultancy services. All these are the basic emerging opportunities that is available for a sports scientist. So when it comes to the key takeaways, sports science offers diverse, rewarding career opportunities, growing market with strong government support and funding, multiple educational pathways and specialization options are available, excellent salary growth potentials across all career paths throughout, future-ready field with emerging, in fact, ever-emerging technology and trends. So the big one, very recently I came across this advertisement by Sports Authority of India. It is in, if you can see the encircle thing, it is in 1st August 2025. The role is for Head of Sports Science. And you see down below the circle, see the level 12 pay grade. It is almost 2 lakhs plus other perks. So the demand is very, very huge. So it is up for the upcoming generation to pick it up, BSc Sports Science, then do the post-graduation in Sports Science, because India is planning for the 2026 Olympics, which the Press Information Bureau, the Government of India Cabinet has even approved, and they have devised a new national policy in sports science. It is called as National Sports Policy. It supersedes the National Sports Policy, which was devised in 2001. So almost after 24 years, the present government has devised a new national sports policy targeting the 2036 Olympics Games, which presumably will happen in India. That's it, guys. I hope this gives you a very brief understanding of what sports science exactly does. And if you have any questions, let's open to it.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon.
So I just wanted to ask you, how is the role of sports scientist different from a sports physiotherapist?
I think I explained it in my previous slides.
Yeah, but just in
Yeah. When you do a sports physiotherapy deals with more of injury management and on field and off the field rehabilitation. The sports scientist is not going to run on the field with a medical kit bag. It is the physiotherapist or the sports physician. So it is basically the medical team that is responsible for an injury management, whether it's on the field or off the field. Sports science is something that deals with analysis. So sports science role is much more off the field, nothing per se on the field, unless and until it is a performance analyst. We have a few performance analysts where they sit on the field monitoring the use. The best example is when you see IPL, you see the ball tracking, you see the hotspot, how the LBW happens. You see the bat speed these days, how much of the bat swing is there. When you see baseball, the bat swing is predicted. All these comes into the performance analysis part. So other than the performance analyst, I don't see much more of on-field role is available for sports science. Whereas sports physiotherapist, it's more of on-field injury management, post-injury rehab, all these things. I hope this answers your question.
Yeah, got it. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Good
you.
afternoon, sir.
Yeah, hi, good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon, sir.
Uh,
I had a question regarding if the physiotherapist is dealing with the injury part. So how, because not every physiotherapist is working on the ground 24/7, but they're working in clinics also. So, and being a physiotherapist, sports physiotherapist, we are bound to deal with certain athletes who doesn't have injury but wants to improve the performance. So, for example, as you had shown that we have developed advanced equipment of 3D biomechanical analysis. So it's very difficult and it would be very high costing for a physiotherapist who is working on a an individual base. So what could be the substitute measure for getting that data and implementing it in the clinical practice?
Okay, I can understand your question. Let me rephrase it. If I'm not wrong, imagine that a physiotherapist running a clinic, having his own setup. Physiotherapist who has invested in equipments like say gym equipments and running his private clinic and is associated with athletes who wants performance enhancement. And as a physiotherapist, you're looking for how to help the athlete to enhance his performance using data. Yes, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the age of AI and wearable devices, and you have a lot of companies offering wearable devices. Let's say dynamometers are there, for example. So which is like almost like the size of a cell phone. So you can attach it to the any joint, shoulder joint, elbow joint, foot, ankle, hip, any joint, and it's going to give you data. So isometric dynamometer is something different. Wearable dynamometer is something different. So wearable dynamometer gives you a precise data of how much is the range, how much is the ROM, how much is the strength. You can even do your special test using the dynamometers. So that is one example I can suggest you.
Thank you, sir.
Good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon.
So I had a question. So you mentioned that sports psychology is also a very important aspect that we should be taking care of. So in clinic, we
Sorry, you're
encounter.
not audible. You're not audible.
Uh, am I audible now?
Yeah, please. Sports psychology, yes.
So sports psychology is something that we should take care of when we are dealing with patients. So how in clinical settings that we should take care as sports physiotherapists?
Sorry, can you come again? Question was not clear.
How can we take care of the athlete's sports psychology perspective?
Okay,
In
okay, fine. If I'm not wrong, you want to know about the how to deal with the psychological aspect of the athlete as a sports
yes,
physiotherapist. Yeah. So when you deal with an athlete, you need to understand whether it is a team sport or an individual sport. Let's say tennis is an individual sport, weightlifting is an individual sport, track and field is an individual sport, for example. So the mindset of an athlete in an individual sport is much different from a mindset of an athlete in a team sport like cricket and football. The reason is that individual sport makes an athlete, let's say Neeraj Chopra is there, he's a national champion, in fact, international champion, gold medalist. So let's say he's underperforming in javelin throw. So what you need to do as a sports physiotherapist is that you need to, first of all, your role is limited in sports psychology, to be honest, because they might be having psychologists, certified psychologists in the team. But as a sports physiotherapist, when you're dealing with an injury or when you're dealing with an athlete who is underperforming, The best thing is to understand their mindset. You need to discuss with them, you need to talk to them freely, whether they are having good sleep, whether they are, what is disturbing them exactly. So that is something you need to understand first. The more you talk, that is the reason I said the communication skills always matters. The more you talk, the more the athletes open up. So it is a trust basis thing. So once you understand what is exactly the point, see, they may have a technique. Neeraj Chopra has the best technique in the world. He has the best physique. They may be stronger enough. Okay, but there will be a mental block which is not allowing them to perform to that up to that potential or up to that level. So as a physiotherapist, you need to understand that first, what is bothering them, whether they are spending time on social media, even that could hamper their performance. So understanding matters most. Then you can start working on it gradually.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Anything
Good
else?
afternoon, sir.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon.
Sir, you said ki sport is growing nowadays, and you mentioned that physiotherapists can also help in the sport game. So, can you please explain what is the role of physiotherapy in the sports?
Role of physiotherapy in what?
In sports,
Honestly, to
esports.
tell you, not much, but it is evolving.
Okay.
At present, it is not much. See, esports is something, it is, as you know very well, it is e-gaming.
Yeah.
Okay, it is more involved with, see, the best thing I can link as a physiotherapist to e-gaming is the posture and the performance. Yes, unless and until they have a bad posture, and e-gaming involves subsequent amount of time put into the games, and the person has to sit and then do the performance, gaming performance, and the only thing I can link out is the posture of the player.
Ergonomic way.
Yeah, posture and ergonomics. So that is something we can work on. And again, as I said, sports science and e-games are still in the nascent stages. It needs much more development.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else?
Sir, the question is kind of apart from the sports science topic. So, as a sports physiotherapist, what are the career opportunities for them pertaining to sports science?
See, when you see career opportunities as a sports physiotherapist, let me tell example from my own life. I was after BPT, I was interested in doing MPT cardio. I was more enthusiastic and passionate about cardiology. Then at some point of time, did a homework, and it is called a self-realization. Sit in front of the mirror and talking. So what am I going to do doing MPT cardiology? My life is confined into ICU and more of patient rehab and healthcare. So, but sports physiotherapy offered me a multifaceted role. I can get into academics, I can get into research, I can get into fitness, I can get into a gym. I can be a sports physio for a team, I can be a sports physio for an individual athlete, a private sports physiotherapist, sports clubs. So it gave me a multifaceted role and a multifaceted route, which I saw endless opportunities. So coming to linking sports science and sports physiotherapy, both are similar, as I mentioned, but the role of sports physiotherapy is more confined to injury management and on field and off the field, whereas sports science is something you do with the analysis, the testing, all these things, lab testing and all these things.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right, it's been a pleasure, guys. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
I'd like to thank you. Thank Sai Kishore sir and Physio TV team, Manisha ma'am, Dr. Parag sir, Dr. Radha ma'am for giving us the opportunity for presenting Dr. Sai Kishore sir giving a nice lecture on career pertaining to sports science. Thank you.